What's up, blood sisters? Welcome to the Red Tent. It's 13 moons Libra season. I'm so excited to share Libra season with you this month. It's going to be a really powerful one, a very transformational one. I mean, basically every season this year has been transformational on some level. And with Virgo last season, we really had to step into different parts of who we are, different parts of ourselves that wanted to be birthed through. And we went through all the labor pains that came with birthing in that new energy. And, we had to really touch the parts of ourselves that were resisting the integration, resisting the labor, resisting the birth. And now we get to have a little bit of a break from really grounded earth energy and moving into the higher chakras, moving up back into the space of the third eye and the crown and the throat. All of these higher chakras that have to do with the energy of air. And what Libra season really wants to teach us this time around is all about where we give away our sovereignty to those we are in relationship with. So that can be partners, business partners, love partners, family members, friends, even social media. Any kind of relationship we're in, relationship with money, relationship with our animals, relationship with our self-worth, relationship with our bodies. Wherever we are out of balance, Libra is going to bring our attention to that. And this is super important after us coming through the portal of rebirth. We need to integrate this new version of ourselves. And one of the first ways that we integrate is through our mind, through the understanding of what is happening to us. So Libra comes in right after this powerful rebirth to help us understand from a mental state what is happening in our thoughts, in our belief systems, and what is out of balance in those belief systems and thoughts. And our relationships are going to be the ones to show us that now. We've done so much internal work. It seems like the last 4 seasons have all been about the internal, like our divine masculine, our divine feminine, our rebirthing, our ability to show up in the world, our ability to manifest, and all of this internal work. Well, now Libra is giving us a little bit of a break from internal work, and we're being asked to step out and to return back to our relationships and to see how we interact with the world around us. And whatever thoughts and belief systems get triggered this month are going to be major clues for us as to where we are not allowing this new birth energy to integrate. So what does that mean? Well, for example, you can all of a sudden start to feel very empowered in who you are, very empowered in this new version of yourself. And then you return back to your relationships, let's say your primary relationship, your spouse, your love relationship. And because you're different, that means you're entering into the relationship differently. And that can cause a lot of questioning, a lot of rubs, a lot of triggers. It also can be really expansive and opening and create a lot of space and harmony. But whatever, you're guaranteed that as you move back into your relationships after this rebirthing period, there is going to be a shift that needs to happen. And oftentimes the shift isn't so much what we need to do, but how we are thinking about what's going on. And Libra also rules the psychic realm. It is an air sign. It's very much about psychic sovereignty and balance. And so we're going to come face to face with all of the places we give away our psychic sovereignty, all of the places in relationship where maybe we let somebody, bulldoze us when that doesn't feel right, or maybe we give in too soon, or maybe it's the opposite. We're a little bit too hard with others and too hard with our boundaries. And Libra's going to gently, with the gentle wind, the gentle air, the gentle blow, is going to bring that to our awareness. Now, the thing about air that's so amazing is that it always comes soft first. it always gives us a little bit of a heads up in a soft way. It's kind of like, hey, this is something that's a problem that needs to shift. This is not in alignment. And if we choose to listen and allow ourselves to be sensitive to the gentle wind that blows through us of truth, then we can shift that and not have to experience a lot of suffering in that process. But as you know, we're all human and we all tend to be a bit stubborn in shifting and changing. If Libra gives us a gentle wind and we don't listen, you better believe there's going to be a hurricane right around the corner to smack us and really get us to listen. And because this month is so much about relationships, that hurricane is going to come in the force of relationships. So conflict and major awakening around what the relationships you are engaged in actually are. Who is really there for you? Who really isn't? Who is stuck in their pain? Who isn't? And you know, if you've been doing any of the psychic work that I offer in Wake Your Witch or Meditation Mondays, you'll start to recognize where others that you are in relationship have entities in their space, where maybe you're not talking to that person, you're talking to a demon that is attached to them, or you're talking to a spider energy or snake energy that is attached to them. And what's kind of nice about Libra is when we come from that place of awareness, it frees us from all of our judgments and resentments with that person. We can actually see that person as a victim of their own pain, a victim of the demonic energy that's around them. And you know, sometimes we can help them, sometimes we can't, but just having the understanding and the knowledge that this is what's going on can be super helpful. For example, I have a very complicated relationship with my sister. Every time we're around, it's either amazing and like really fun and very like magical, or it's a complete like crash, like landing. It's just like screaming and yelling and things being thrown. It gets to be violent. It's very intense, very crazy. And for the longest time, I've had so much judgment around this like bipolar back and forth experience that I have with her because I don't have that with anybody else. And I would, you know, really judge that and shame her for that and like distance myself because of that. But with this energy, Libra is asking us to really see, instead of what's happening just right in front of us, to really look deeper, looking on a psychic level, looking on a spiritual level, what is going on. And when I reflect upon that with my sister, I see that I'm not talking to my sister. When I talk to my sister, it's amazing and magical. What I'm talking to is this energy that's attached to her. And, you know, sometimes in relationships, people don't want to hear that, and that's fine. Like, we don't need to fix anything. We don't need to shift anything in anybody else. All we need to do is take responsibility for what it is that we're seeing and how we are reacting to it. And one of the ways we lose our sovereignty is when we buy into the idea that the entity that is controlling somebody we're in relationship with is that person. And we lose our sovereignty because we buy into the story that the entity is the person rather than the person is the person. So one of the things that we can do, and that I'm offering this month for 13 moons, is a way to really help us start to delineate what is other people's energies and entities versus who they are on a soul level, and being able to see everybody in our relationships on a soul level. And what this does is it helps to soften the heart. It helps us to open and expand from a heart level. And I know in one of my Instagram posts, I talked about affinity and the ability to attract what you need and want in your life. We can't do that if we continuously see people through their entities and not through the person that they actually are, the soul that they are, the struggles that they're going through, the victimization and the enslavement that they have towards these entities. So the only thing that we can really do is acknowledge it, see it, and decide how we are going to respond to that energy. So it's kind of a big month from a psychic standpoint because we might be practicing skills we've never even touched before. If you are new to doing any kind of psychic work, I highly recommend doing Meditation Mondays, because it really gives you the foundational piece for dealing with all of this kind of stuff so that you can really step up in your priestesshood. And, when we are able to do that from a psychic realm, um, the rest of our body responds very dramatically. And so I have a blood ritual that I'm offering this month for everybody to really start to heal the relationships. And the way that we see our relationships, because who we are in our relationships, with the stories we tell ourselves about our relationships, really set the foundation for our experience in life. Life is relationships. And if we're somebody who hides from relationships, or we hide parts of ourselves in relationships and we're not authentic and we don't show up, we're really doing a disservice to ourselves and to the people that we love, because we all deserve to show up who we are, and we all deserve to have people see us for who we are. And we all deserve that everybody that interacts with us actually shows up authentically. So, big month psychically, big month for relationships, and big month for testing the air. I was going to say testing the waters, but since we're in an air sign, testing the air of really allowing ourselves to not need the hurricane, to feel the gentle breeze first. And through the gentle breeze, we listen and we allow ourselves to learn and shift what we need. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys enjoy all of the offerings this month. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always reach out to me. But I really think that this is going to be a fundamental shift in integrating all of that. So I will see you on the portal, and I will see you next time in video for Scorpio season.